This is why women should not give dating advice or relationship advice to anyone. I have this friend, right? Acquaintance. And she is a single mother. And I watch as she take her child, her daughter, on experiences after experiences, and expose her daughter to the world, and that's actually good. Then I watch he made a caption say, "Oh, she wants to take her daughter to as much place as possible, so no man can impress her with any of these trips." And my immediate senses went off, but I couldn't put it into context at the time. But what went off is that what you're doing is making your daughter not appreciate the average man or the man that she's going to come across, right? Because in my mind, your daughter is a very lovely daughter, but she's not like Kylie Jenner. Not Kylie Jenner wasn't like that when she was young, but somebody like, she's not Beyonce grown up. She's not like somebody who's going to be extraordinarily talented and multi-billionaire supermodel. Like, she's a very beautiful average girl. But I don't understand. So what you're going to do is keep your daughter single and unappreciative of the man she's going to come across, and I'll explain why. Right? So you're taking your daughters on this trip because you had a bad experience of going out or being flown out by a man, and just because it didn't work out with you, you're gonna make your daughter not appreciate being flown out. And maybe that's why it didn't work out with you, because when you take your daughter to all this stuff and do all this stuff, try to wash it out of her system, when a man does it for her, she's gonna be, and she says that, "Oh, I already did this already." One is going to discourage him from doing it again, because men do not want they want that excitement of giving that gift. I explained to you. Imagine if you give a Christmas gift, a PS5, to a friend, right? And the friend reaction is, "Wow, I like this PS5. My mom just got me the next version already. She already gave me the advanced version," right? So you went all your way to get this friend or child, or just say get this friend a PS5, right? And their reaction is, "I already already done that." You know what I mean? You're not gonna feel as excited as, as you were. That feeling when you were packing that gift and getting it and buying it and have them in mind is a genuine good feeling. And that feeling now of giving is going to be robbed. And you might think it's self-centered as a woman, like, "Oh, why this, da, da, da." You know what I mean? There is a joy in giving, and when you take away that joy in giving, then they're not going to want to give. They're not going to feel joy in giving. Second, it's going to make your daughter entitled, right? She's gonna feel like, "Oh, I deserve this, that, and a third if you're gonna step to me," not knowing that a relationship is supposed to be about relationship and not about what's already, not experiences a standard. And that also ties back into why men do not want women to have high body counts, because they already experience what you want to give to them from other men, and even more. You understand? More, even stuff that you and yourself can't calculate. And I know in your mind as a woman, you think that's logical. Women think that's logical, that they should get the most or the less. But in reality, let's say you're trying to set your daughter up for let me give them, for Drake, right? Somebody of that status. Not forget the multiple women part. Just say somebody who's high for Justin Bieber, right? You're trying to set your daughter for a man like Justin Bieber, somebody who's very rich and successful. You know what I mean? First of all, that rich and successful man, if he finds your daughter or such and such, You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for her to find that man. Being the average woman, she got to be extraordinary. And as time goes, whatever, not getting there yet. But even he will want to give her experiences, even if he find it little. And if he can't, it actually deter him from being with her. Why would a man want to climb through hurdles where he could just date the other girl who could actually be prettier? There's women outnumber men. He could just date the other girl at McDonald's and take her on trips. And it's going to make your daughter now, because she's not going to want to not bond with anybody. She's going to go with the average guy who's not going to give her anything. Because, because the experiences that he's going to give her is experiences she don't already have. And experiences she's going to appreciate is experiences she don't already have. And that might be trauma. It might be, the stuff that you didn't expose your daughter to, which is like substances. You know what I mean? Or a thug life. You know what I mean? It's and matter of fact, I know this friend while growing up, this acquaintance. Her parents did the same thing to her, and now she is forever jaded to the point where she always look at every man as if they're not enough, and not knowing that the man that she is passing up or rejecting, or the man either at her level and some above her level, because she doesn't see herself where she's at. She don't know her level, and water find its own level, right? You are going to keep your daughter single, and unless you find that guy for your daughter, which is going to be wrong, because you're now, as a woman, going to always try to see your daughter as too good for every man that come across. Why? This 18-year-old boy can't take my 18-year-old daughter to Paris. I took my daughter to Paris. So he's trying to, for Valentine's Day, he's just going to get her a card and flowers. She's not going to want card and flowers. Oh, he is going to take me to Six Flags. My mom already told me to Jamaica. Like, you know what I mean? You understand? And you're not preparing your daughter to be you at your age. You are jading her for her good years, right? So when she's 18, 19, 20, 21, she's going to have this very, very, very high expectation, unless you want her to date guys in their 40s. Unless you want her to be with a man in his 40s, 50s who already have it like that, and he can just take her to Bora Bora, someplace that you can, like some very, very exclusive, you know what I mean? That man, and that high value man who's in his 40s, 50s, who's going to spend that much money is going on your daughter, is going to look at her as a sugar baby. And he's going to, when he's done, he's going to find another sugar baby. Or if she passed 25, he's going to Leonardo DiCaprio her, find the next one. And that's how the process go. What you want her to do is give her a healthy balance, and at the same time, prepare her for a man who's going to be just slightly above her level, but who is pursuing her to be her husband, right? That's why women, everybody need their father in their life, because the father would tell you from a male perspective that that's not a good idea to try to flush out experiences, right? And not just experiences when it comes to materialism, but there's experiences just with genuine human connection. You can just give that and try, and then without, because I know that it don't have to be that way, but I see you verbalize it. I see this woman verbalize that experience, so she is going to now forever jade her daughter. You understand? That's the intentions that she was coming in by doing this. Instead of just sitting there and enjoying the trip, you're making it a social media, Instagram type of world for her. And she's going to automatically become jaded to men. And I see it with a lot of women. And I don't think that, matter of fact, I'm not just going to blame mothers. I think some of these men out here who just become girl dads. What kind of fig is that? Is now doing too much. They're just doing too much, and they don't know that they're catering their daughter for a world of singleness. And I hear the stat that keep going around saying that in the next 10 years 50% of women is going to be single. And you know what I mean, they're going to be searching in their young minds to find what's missing. They're going to start dating other girls. They're going to start they're going to keep searching. They're going to keep journeying to find that dopamine hit again. And it's never going to come until they're like at an older age. And by the time they're at an older age and they're going to have to do it for themselves, you know what I mean? Even when they do for themselves, it's not going to feel experience as when they do when they're a child. A child should have a child experience. They should have experience of Christmas, snow, fight, being around other kids and growing up that way, playing sports. You know what I mean? Camaraderie. Those are the stuff that we should be given. Maybe you can tell I'm not a parent to your child, and you can just tell me that, you know what I mean, I'm wrong and I should mind my business. But then again, I don't name you your child or anything else. I'm just giving my perspective. And I think that men need to be aware of what's coming. Because for a man, we're winning. You understand? Because when these women are in their journey, we're just going to be part of that journey. And you know what I mean? We get to hit and go.